Oh shit, what up? Hey everybody, welcome to the very first episode of Talkin Shit Show, where we talk shit. I mean, it's pretty easy. It pretty much like names itself. We're gonna talk about shit. And when I mean shit, I mean like just the dumbest fucking news articles you could ever possibly imagine. It's just gonna be real sludgy. We're gonna get through it though. It's gonna be great. And the idea here is that we're just gonna talk about literally anything. There is some stuff in here that we've been collecting articles for like 3 weeks for the first episode. Yo, let me tell you something. It's sludgy. It is so fucking sludgy. It's gonna be great. So
it's gonna be fun.
let's talk about our co-hosts for the show. Our first, Sheepdog Gaming. What up, sir?
Hey guys.
How much? I'm curious. How much news do you actually watch? Do you watch any news?
I get all my news from Twitter, so I know what to be outraged about.
Yeah.
I just look at the trending, and then I go in and I'm like hashtag offended, hashtag triggered,
hashtag triggered, hashtag offended.
Yeah, and I feel like my work is done after that.
And
seriously, I don't really pay much attention to the news.
Yeah.
It just makes me sad.
It does. It's kind of like bad. Speaking about bad, let's go on over to our next co-host, Mr. Doc Gast. How you doing, sir? And how much news do you actually watch, if any?
Watch? None. I don't watch.
Or consume, I guess. You consume the news? You
almost constantly.
Yeah.
I think that's like I'm one of those people that I like wake up and I check the headlines, sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's always something interesting going on.
Yeah. It's like for me personally, I don't actually watch a lot of news because I got a lot of the it's kind of weird. I've lived in 4 different countries now in my life, and every single time that you turn on the news in a different country, it's always like self-servicing. Like I've noticed that there's no real aside from maybe SBS in Australia, that's probably the only news channel that's ever done something like global.
They've gotten pretty bad too now.
Have they? Oh god damn it.
Yeah.
But in terms of just being able to consume news, you can't even use the internet these days because it's just so clickbaity and pay $5 subscription to get access to the news and all that shit. So Reddit is pretty much media. Yeah.
Consume as many sources as possible, as many different opposing sources as possible.
Yeah.
Form your own opinions. You've got all this information. Check them all out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're wrong, sometimes they're right.
Yeah. There is he doesn't really do news exactly, but it's like a spoof show where he pretends to be a reporter type thing. What's his name? Oh goddamn, I'm actually gonna forget his name now. Jonathan Pye.
I don't know him.
If you've never seen, you might have seen one of his things because it does get shared about quite a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, he's quite fun to watch, and he does kind of cover stuff that's been going on in the news in kind of like a satirical way. And there's this guy.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
I don't know about satirical news, man. For me, that's just
you can tell the news while still being entertaining. You don't have to be all facts.
Yeah. All right. I mean,
But there's also a guy called Tim Pool, who recently went out to Sweden and checked out the no-go zones and the validity of it and all that. And he seems like a bit of a bit weak and wet when it comes to certain topics, but he tends to actually go and check shit out, which is quite good. So I watch him on occasion.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, you mean actual investigative journalism?
Yeah. He's got a YouTube channel and he does stuff on that, it's quite interesting.
So we're not going to do any of that shit because we've got the
Can we maybe actually do that at the start of every show? Is talk about legitimate journalists who are really good at researching and stuff. And
here's who you should be watching. Now listen to us talk about just the worst trash ever. I've got one I want to start off with. The Washington Post recently posted an article about how it is now illegal in Russia to share an image of Putin as a gay clown.
Oh, I was really hoping you'd start with this
Oh,
one.
good. Can I? Where's the link? Can you link
Yeah,
it?
it's
literally the last one on the Talkin Shit Show.
yeah.
okay.
I'll post it in. I'll post it in the chat as well. It's just.
I see it.
It is just like.
Okay.
Oh God! it's so bad. It is. So Russia has banned a picture. It's literally of Vladimir Putin as a potentially gay clown. Potentially is the word they use here. It's just. It's an homophobia like poster.
Yeah.
And they're just like Vladimir Putin's just like, you're banned. Get it out of my country. And I'm just like, okay, that's an interesting way of handling it. And to be fair, if I was the fucking ruler of Russia, I too would not want to see myself as a gay clown.
You've got to look at it this way. Yes, people have the right to free speech, but they have to be able to.
Not in Russia.
They do. No, well, if you actually look at the article there, it says it's a picture of a Putin-like person with eyes and lips made up, captured with an implicit anti-gay slur.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be like it's a picture of Putin with makeup on and it says fag underneath? Could that be the reason that they're saying, hey, you can't say fag, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, this is the thing. It says even in the article that they can't really tell you exactly which picture it is you're not allowed to share because they're not allowed to share it.
Exactly.
So we don't know what it is that has actually been banned. And maybe there's a valid reason for it. I mean, if you're going to go around talking shit like that, then yeah, of course the government's going to say, no, you can't do that.
He said the name of the show.
homophobic.
You get 10 points for saying the name of the show. You're in the lead. 10 points.
Congratulations.
So, I mean, there's been a lot of like arrests apparently in Russia recently, and this is probably just like, I don't know. I can't speak for the man, but it seems like I haven't heard a lot of bad things, like really bad things, like him just like overreacting sort of bad things until now. Like this one is sort of like, it's weird to hear it. Like I'm probably the closest person here to Russia.
Yeah.
And you know, we hear a lot of Putin-like stuff all the time here in Poland, but this was the first time everyone was just like, that's fucking weird. Like, no, like he seems like the type of man who wouldn't give a shit, you know, like.
Yeah.
That's actually, it comes up in the article, is a dude says that he's never seen it, but he's sure it wouldn't even bother the president. I don't think it was implicitly they said you're not allowed to share this picture of Putin. I think that they're using some other law on like hate speech online to say, no, you can't share this.
Mm-hmm.
And this Washington Post is kind of spinning it to be Putin's la girly man that's afraid of touching boys on the mouth.
I mean, to be fair, there's more pictures of him half naked riding a bear than there is of him as a gay clown. So, you know, you can take from that what you want.
I mean, half naked riding a bear is pretty homoerotic too.
I said a bear, not bareback, all right?
Well, I mean, it could also be bear as in like older, hairy, gay gentlemen. So, you know. Like...
That's true. I didn't think of it like that. All right. So what do we got next? Dog. You want to go? You want to do your sheep? All right. Go ahead. Yeah.
I want to do mine. Okay. So I'll post it up in the thing
in the
so
chat,
we know which one we're talking about.
Yeah. Post it in chat too, so everyone can take a look at it. Yeah.
I like this one. Girl found living with monkeys in Indian forest. Like, Indian police are trying to identify a girl found living in a forest with a group of monkeys. The girl, who's found in January, could not speak or understand language and ran around on all fours. And basically, when they went to pick her up, apparently the monkeys tried to fight them off, like to you know, protect her, I guess.
Wait, in India? Like, how is that fucking possible?
What? There are monkeys in India.
No, I'm not saying there isn't monkeys.
Have you not seen?
Have you not seen the Jungle Book?
India is like fucking no. Just don't go to India for any reason. Indian people don't go to India. They try to tell everyone they're from Pakistan.
From Pakistan. I mean, okay. The way I look at it like this, right? You're a mother or a father, and one day your daughter just goes. Does that mean that monkeys stole, like cradle snatched her?
I think it's actually fairly possible.
It's India, all right? They have a program called the Poo in Loo program. They literally have people going around dressed up as giant turds, like the poop emoji, telling people, no, don't poo in the street. You have to poo in the toilet. They literally, like, they build public toilets, and the Indians go and worship them because they think it's some kind of fucking altar, like a religious place. So they go and put like flowers and incense and everything in it because they don't. This is how incredibly backwards some places in India are. If somebody were to have a baby and it were to go missing, they'd be like, oh, well, we'll just make another one.
I just, hang on. I think you're overlooking here. I want to know how the monkeys got the baby. Right.
Well, this is the thing, is they don't know who she is.
Probably got dumped in the woods.
You reckon that's what happened?
Remember, India still has, like, very, you pay your daughter, you sell your daughter sort of thing. They don't want to have to deal with a daughter. They could have a son instead and get lots of money.
They said the girl was naked and was very comfortable in the company of monkeys. When they tried to rescue the girl, they were chased away by the monkeys. I mean, like, this is one of my more favorite ones I managed to find before today. For today.
Yeah.
And they managed to eventually managed to rescue the child by speeding away from the monkeys in a jeep as they gave chase.
That's like
I feel sorry for the monkeys. They're like trying to help out. They're taking care of the little girl, and then the bald ape came in and stole her. Like, it's kind of sweet.
I like the idea that this is some sort of like
monkeys just like eat people. That's really nice of them.
Monkeys eat people?
Yeah, there were a bunch of people. I think it was in like Brazil or something. There was like a gang of monkeys that were going around. They'd attack like women with babies and try and steal the babies. And
Jesus.
That's kind of fucked up.
I mean, you think like tigers and stuff. Yeah, sure, you get a man eater or whatever. But
well, have you seen like documentaries of baboons? They just like kill animals and eat them. They're fucking brutal.
Yeah. I've seen a few like clips of apes and monkeys and stuff going nuts, and it does seem legitimately terrifying. I'd probably more terrifying than like a gorilla, even maybe. Just like.
Well, a gorilla, it's like one gorilla and it's going to punch you and you're going to die. If it's a pack of monkeys, they're going to all bite and claw you to death, and it's going to be
speaking about monkeys, I've been on a dog bender for a while now because I'm getting a dog pretty soon. And we went to a fucking pet store here in Rzeszów, where I live in Poland. And I shit you not, monkeys, pythons, like big fucking pythons, alligators, and fucking like hedgehogs inside of one pet store.
Like in the same tank, or
no?
Okay, hedgehogs I could understand. Pythons you'd probably usually
find like big ones, like boa constrictors, like big
alligators.
Yeah, alligators and two monkeys, and they had a really really big $3,000 parrot in there as well, just like hanging out. It was crazy. I just like
This is a pet store, right?
This is the fucking pet store. You go there.
Dodgy house you walked into.
No, I shit you not. There was rabbit food next to the alligator. Like it's. I can't make that shit up, man. There is some fucking weird stuff going on over there. So it's like, I don't know. It's weird. Doc, what's your news story, man? What are you picking?
I don't know. All mine are kind of fucking pale in comparison.
I did go with my best one first, to be fair.
Yeah. What do you got?
Oh, I like that one. Okay. It's going to be my next one.
Where are all mine anyway? Did I even post anything in here?
Yeah, you posted a shit ton up at the top.
Yeah, there's tons. Like early ones.
The little girl again.
Doc has the most skill at finding these ridiculous articles.
Do you have to have an exotic animal license over there? I don't fucking think so. I think you could just go like, I'll have that monkey, please. And then a guy comes, probably in Polish, but a guy can come over and just like grab the monkey, put it in a bag or something like that. Here you go. And you're walking out next to the girl who has a goldfish in a fucking bag.
I have a question for the person who posted Harambe lives in the chat. Are you implying that Harambe was reborn into a little girl? Is that the... Is that what we're now saying? It's like, it's the second coming! Oh god.
Yeah.
All right. This is one that actually kind of pleased me. So I'll go with this one.
All right.
Ooh.
Chuck it in the Discord as well.
So
yeah.
Oh, it's from the Mirror. Ugh.
The Tequila Cloud.
Okay, so so the title of the article is Mexico invents a cloud which rains tequila in a bid to attract holiday makers to a sun-drenched country.
What?
It's like a legitimate cloud of tequila that like forms.
Does it just float around? Like, is it like contained somewhere? Like,
I mean, they can't control where it rains, right? So what happens if it just fucks off before raining?
My crop, it's ready to harvest. Oh, there's a storm cloud coming.
Can you imagine, like, you go into a bar and it's just a cloud of tequila and you're just walking around getting absolutely shit-faced, and you fall down and the tequila cloud is, like, settled on the floor with you.
And then someone steals your kidney and...
Oh, do you, when you say cloud, do you mean, like just not, like, actually going up into the sky and floating around and then raining? It's more like a mist?
It's like, it's like a contained... think like a fog machine, except it's concentrated tequila. And
that sounds awesome.
You just like hold your glass under it, and it rains tequila into your glass. Like, how fucking cool is science, man?
Yeah,
they actually got photos of it here. It's actually pretty cool looking. It's like a little self-contained like storm.
Yeah.
And then there's just two white girls with their faces in it. That's great. I love it.
Wait, where's the white? Oh, there's no white girls. Hey, white girls.
Yeah, look at that shit. That's pretty funny. Oh, okay.
Like she's just like inhale, like.
All right. Well, okay. Let's take this to the extreme then. Like, what do you think would else be really good in cloud form?
Heroin.
I mean,
just have a club filled with heroin smoke, and just like I
like it.
I love it.
I feel like that'd be bad for repeat business.
Yeah, I mean, you'd get one and then you'd die, right?
Yeah, like it's a one and done sort of thing. You'd probably want to charge a lot.
Yeah.
Spring break would be a good use for that shit too. That's a good point. Yeah. I honestly think like I've had like vapid alcohol before. Like I've vaped alcohol before. That's fucking it wrecked me. It wrecked me so far. And I'm the type of guy that can drink 3/4 bottle of a fucking whiskey and be fine and walk around like there's no problems. And then a cloud of vapor alcohol was fucking knocked me on my ass.
Well, I mean, when I was at university, the thing that was going around was the tampon alcohols.
I'm sorry, what?
Wait, you dip
it in the thing.
You dip a tampon and then you shove it up yourself and
like,
you get really drunk.
If you're a dude, you put it in your butt and then you just
yeah.
That's how you die. You die doing that.
It actually reminds me.
I didn't do it. I'm just saying that's what was going around when I was at uni.
There was a thing going around a couple of years ago, people butt chugging cough syrup.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that too.
Yeah, like that's exactly. It's how you die.
It's how you die. Yo, you want to die today? How about you fucking butt chug some methylated spirits? You know?
Well, I mean, it was like dipping it in vodka or something. I think, but I assume that would fucking sting anyway. Like
that would probably burn, and I don't think you'd actually be able to really absorb much of that alcohol. I feel like that's
as far wait, okay, like Henley, you do an article. I'm just gonna look up butt chugging.
Okay, so the article that I'm picking here is one that I found today, which is Oregon voters may get a chance to reverse a 172-year-old ban on duels to the death. I thought that was great.
Revoke?
I honestly think we need to go back to having duels. I think that's something that if we started actually like challenging people in the street when they pitched you off, everybody would be so much nicer.
So the constitutional ban in question is Article 2, Section 9, which says, anyone who offers, accepts, knowingly participates in a challenge to fight a duel or who shall agree to go out of the state to fight a duel shall be ineligible to any office of trust or profit. And the original law was signed in 30 minutes because they didn't want any of the politicians like fucking killing each other over arguments, which is fucking great. So some guys are just like, you know what, bring it back, Bring it back. My neighbor keeps moving his fence an inch over every year. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill that guy.
I'm sorry. I love this bit. They decided that it would not be very civil if two members of the legislature disagreed and then shot each other on the front steps of the provisional capital. I mean, it doesn't sound civil.
All right, let's say that everyone like this place, Oregon, decides, yep, it's a good idea, and then the rest of the world follows suit, and then we have a global like dueling league, okay, or something like that. Do you duel someone? Like, is there ever been a point in your life when you're just like, all right, motherfucker, throw down, pistols at dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah. I don't have any confidence in my ability to not get shot like a nerd, so...
I've seen you play fucking Battlegrounds.
Yeah, like, I've played a lot of FPSs, and I've been shit at all of them, to be honest. Like,
that's the thing, though. Would it really be all that bad if you died in a fucking duel? Like...
Well, I mean, if everyone is doing it...
I mean, if Bob's doing it, I'm doing it too, you know?
No, I'm saying, like, if everyone's doing it, it's not even going to make the news if I get killed in a duel, you know, because it's going to be happening all the time. Like, if it was...
just maybe they have, like, a Sports Center replay or something like that, you know, like... Tonight on the duels in America.
Bearded twat gets shot by 5-year-old girl over argument in the parking lot.
He didn't buy the cookies.
I would actually probably get murdered by a Girl Scout who I refuse to buy cookies from.
Is there any laws? Let's say that, you know, the duels happen, right? If you duel someone specifically to gain an advantage, right? Let's say that, you know, your brother is going to get the home that your dad left to him, but if you kill him, the home goes to you, right?
Yeah.
Is there any laws, do you think, that stop someone from just being like, you know what, I'm going to duel this motherfucker, I'm going to get that house, and if I die, hang on.
I think that was probably a pretty common thing. I think it would probably come down to, is this worth dying over, and is this worth killing over? If it is, duel that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because it's basically murder, except you're allowed to.
So do you think we have to, like
being a soldier?
Do you think we have to, like, say that duels are only valid if you use, like, flintlock pistols?
I think...
Well, yeah, like, when back in the day with dueling, it was very regulated. Like, they would have, like, a referee that would come in with a pistol and everything, or...
Oh, yeah, you'd make a fucking afternoon out of it, wouldn't you? You'd be like, all right, Tommy and
like,
Jono...
Okay, tomorrow we'll do it.
Are gonna murder each other tomorrow.
I think it should be restricted to great swords only. Dueling only with great swords. I think that would be fucking hilarious.
So it becomes Dark Souls PvP after a while.
I could see a whole load of gamers try to do the rolling and all that kind of stuff.
Rolling on the ground, you fucking idiot.
I mean, you know, again, like, if it's pistols and stuff, all you're gonna get is a bunch of bunny hopping idiots.
How the purge begins. Yes, exactly.
Well, to be fair, those old, like, musket pistol things, the flintlock pistols, they weren't really particularly good at killing people. It was shit medical.
If you lose a duel but live, what happens?
It's like
if you get shot, right? If the duel is like to the death, or like whoever shoots the other motherfucker first.
Yeah.
Right. Is it just like you just live and he's like, okay, you get the house now, Jono? Like is that how that shit works?
I mean,
I think like you have seconds, who are kind of supposed to be there in case you don't show up or something, and then they fight instead. But if you get shot and live, do you win the duel by process of elimination? Like how does that work? Well, so you stand like 10 paces or something apart.
Oh look, I've seen Hollywood movies. I know how Hollywood dueling
works.
Like,
as far as I know, you take the shots, and if you miss, then the other person just takes the shot as well. So
yeah, but like, let's say you both get shot.
Yeah.
And you both live.
Maybe they just
heal up and do it again.
I was gonna say maybe they just hang around.
All right, tomorrow.
Out or not.
Dawn, we come back, and if you're dead by then, I win. lead poisoning.
Yeah, it's like 2 months later he finally dies of gangrene. It's like, I win, yes.
I win. Oh, Jesus
Incidentally,
Christ.
I legitimately ran into a girl one night, like a couple of years ago, who was like, "Hey, I have gangrene."
What? That was like you just buy her a drink and then she opens with that? Like what?
Yeah, no, like literally, we're out smoking, and we just bought a drink, and I know her kind of very vaguely, friends of a friend.
Maybe she just wasn't interested in you, and that was just her way of this being.
I mean, it could have very well been, but legitimately, we were talking about like injuries and that kind of thing, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I have gangrene." I was just like,
"It's a sex injury."
I don't know how she got the gangrene or anything like that, but yeah, gangrene.
Well, she was outside smoking, so I'm going to assume that's probably something to do with it.
All right, Doc. Not Doc. Sheepy, you're up.
I'm up.
You're up.
Okay, new one been posted up. There, and
just post it in the Twitch chat. You don't need to post it again in the thing.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I love this one. So, woman falls off California's highest bridge while taking a selfie.
Darwinism. Darwinism. Darwinism.
Well, it's not, because she didn't fucking die.
What?
She fell like 60 foot or something, I think. And
that's the highest bridge they have in California and can't even kill a dude?
It's like, oh yeah, this is it. Police in California County have a warning for camera-toting thrill seekers. Apparently taking a picture with taking a selfie on a bridge is now thrill-seeking. You can lose your life. You can lose your life, and none of that is worth a selfie.
I don't know, man. Her selfie must be like awesome. She's falling.
Yes. The message was posted on the county sheriff's office Facebook after a woman fell 60 feet off the bridge on Tuesday. Apparently, it's 730-foot tall bridge.
Fuck.
And yeah, she attempted to take a selfie and fell, landing on a trail below.
Like on like dirt. She landed on like not water or anything.
So, yeah. No, I don't think it was water.
It looks like the bridge, like it's like flat at the top, and then it's got all the rails.
Is it a railway bridge?
That's where people go underneath it.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, no, she what was it? What was her? Yeah, she was knocked unconscious, suffered a deep gash to her arm, and fractured bones that will require surgery. Apparently, I don't know how she fell, but
police have started patrolling the area after a series of pictures and videos of people dangling from the walkways under the bridge.
I wonder how many of those got posted on their Facebook comments.
Yeah.
So you know those? Have you ever seen those videos of those guys that do free climbing up buildings and shit like that, or like construction sites and stuff like that? And then they go right onto the end of like a crane and they hang upside down or some shit. Have you seen those videos? Do you ever just go, I wonder how many of those videos don't get posted because the guy kills himself?
I've actually seen a couple where the like guy falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on YouTube. Or on Live Leak or something like that?
Leak,
yeah, Live Leak.
Yeah.
I know there was one I saw where the dude fell and like landed in snow, and the guy at the top's like, he's shaking, oh, and the guy just like gets up and he's like, oh, well, shit, that wasn't so bad at all. He like, it was on like one of those, the massive power pole thing.
Yeah, and then his friend jumps and dies.
There is shit like that. What happens, isn't there? Where like two guys jump off a building or something, and one guy like sprains his ankle and the other guy like smashes his head open. It's fucking
just explodes on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Darwinism is fucking hilarious. Like, it's just like when it happens and you're just like, yeah, okay, you totally deserve that. One of the funniest ones I've seen, and I hate to say funniest, but like it's like the darkest humor you could ever possibly imagine, right? There was a guy in a wheelchair, and he got angry at a dude because he didn't hold the elevator for him. So he rolled up to the elevator door, and he forced it open and just fell down the shaft. And they had a security footage of it, and it was just...
I think I saw that.
Yeah, it was just like, you just watch the guy, he was so angry, like he literally, like the doors were not just like, oh, I'm going to open it. They were like, no, we're not letting you through. And the guy just like Hulk mode it, and just, whoop, just fell out, you know, and it's like, okay.
I mean, he's in a wheelchair, so he's got that forearm strength going on.
Yeah.
Good point. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, he's totally in a fucking wheelchair. That makes sense. Like, there are stories from Second World War of people bailing out of the planes without parachutes and surviving. That, like, is...
I think it all depends on what you land on, really. Like, if you hit a tree coming down, you're probably going to, like, crush your ribs, break your legs, break your arms. But it's slowing you down before you hit the ground. If you just, like, hit straight on the ground, you're probably going to, like, open up like a...
Or if you like go down a steep incline, maybe. Like I've heard, like if you don't have a parachute, I don't know who's like giving this advice, but if you're like don't have a parachute and you're falling, like you aim for a like hill type thing, and I'm sure it doesn't fucking work, but that's what I hear.
I mean, it can't be any worse than just hitting the ground flat.
And you know what? Giving this kind of advice is perfectly legitimate because if it doesn't work, no one's gonna fucking sue you for bad advice.
Yeah,
because they'll be dead.
That's true.
So,
yeah. All right, Doc. Perfect. What do you got for us, mate? What do you got for us?
I'm gonna steal one off Sheep because I thought it was a good one.
Oh, please don't be the. Okay, like, yeah.
Please don't be the what?
There's one that I want to put up. It's the charity one.
Oh no, I want to do this one because I think this one is ridiculous.
Oh yeah. No.
Go on, read it out. Read it out.
Okay, let me actually open it up. This is from the Huffington Post.
Oh, good old Huffington Post.
Oh, it's going to be good. 5-year-old girl is suspended for pretending stick is a gun on the playground.
If stick guns are outlawed, only outlaws will have stick guns.
Bang. I don't like it's something that's been like popping up in the news quite a lot. I think Henley and I, we were talking about it in the channel. Like there was like a little boy that was like eating a Pop-Tart, and he took a bite out of it, and what was left was shaped kind of like a pistol, so he got suspended.
You mean he ate 2/8 of a 2/8 of a Pop-Tart, and then he got suspended?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, how fucking crazy is that?
Zero tolerance rules, man. Just
a kid doing like this with his hand, and he got suspended because that was threatening.
It's a major aggressive. Yeah, it's threatening and it's harmful.
You know, I'm kind of glad I don't live in America anymore because like I was scared to legitimately date women in America because it was just like
he stuck to dating the men.
Yeah, it's true. No, I honestly, like, when I was over there, I had a friend who was accused of, that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And...
It's okay, you can say it.
You can say it.
Here's the thing.
Not allowed to do it, Henley. Remember the difference.
Okay. So he got investigated and released, and it was just like, still, that had to go on a record somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's just like, nah. America is just so like, and I'm not saying that there shouldn't be that sort of support out there and, police action for that sort of stuff. What I'm saying is it's just like, it's hard to tell the difference anymore. And
you can't, there's
the
a
lines are becoming very blurred.
Yeah, and it's very scary to just exist in that country. And I feel sorry for anyone who does, because especially like it was, maybe it's not so much in like America whole, but at least in San Francisco, in my time in San Francisco, it was like, yeah.
Yeah, I saw like a shared post of a woman holding up a sign that said, no always means no, but yes doesn't always mean yes. And I'm like, the fuck does that mean? Like, if yes doesn't mean yes, then you're basically going, hey guys, you want to have sex? Spin this barrel and see if you get shot in the head,
Yeah, but,
it seems like there's more and more articles about, people regretting having sex with someone as opposed to,
I mean, that's pretty legitimate too, but like,
Well, I mean, what was that one? The mattress girl, I think they called her. She got raped at a party, and to raise awareness for the fact that she got raped, she carried a mattress around her university for like 3 weeks or whatever. So
and then
why are you carrying a mattress? And then she'd tell them all about how she got raped.
But
it comes out 3 or 4 months later. She wasn't even at the party.
Yeah.
It never happened. The whole thing was completely fabricated.
Yeah, she'd been like text messaging the dude and like kind of stalking him a little bit, and then she made a reenactment video of the rape.
Yeah, I saw that. She's not very attractive.
No, and then she got an award for like Woman of the Year for some magazine for not being raped.
Yeah.
I know it's weird.
I mean, never mind I think it was like a group of guys or something that she'd accused, and they all are now like registered sex offenders, even though they never met her before.
Yeah.
I hate this shit. I don't want to talk about it anymore, to be honest with
you. Next article.
Well, we were supposed to be talking about toy guns and how dangerous they are, but someone had to bring up rape.
Yeah. Someone.
Sorry. So
I mean, you've already apologized a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's literally on the show title. So like so let's I want to make this a weekly segment because it's fucking hilarious. But let's check in with our favorite resident superhero, Florida Man.
Oh, Florida Man. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Florida Man.
I do have one more article I would like to do before it's a fairly quick one.
Okay, yeah, we can do Florida Man as the last thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll put this up very quickly because it just makes me laugh. Because I'm a terrible person, basically. Charity paves driveway for boy, then his family property assessment sourced by $50,900. So like this kid
Did they sell the house?
No, I don't think so.
That's
like
awful.
their tax has fucking skyrocketed. Like okay, so yeah, a 7-year-old boy has cerebral palsy. And was thrilled when a road crew showed up at his house last summer, paved his family's driveway so he could move around and play in his own yard. And then, as neighbors around them got like property assessments decreases, they were notified of a $50,900 increase in their property assessment and a 25% increase in their tax bill.
Because did the government charge them? Is that what's happening?
No, I mean, I guess like they improved the house, so they have to pay more tax.
The house is more valuable, so now they have to pay higher taxes on it.
Yeah.
Like owning a house is such a mistake nowadays. The rates and shit that you pay on it, you may as well just rent. You end up paying less in the end, and if something goes wrong, someone else has to pay to get it fixed.
So the dad is quoted as saying, "I don't feel like I've been mistreated on purpose."
Does he?
What the hell?
I don't know how to deal with that.
And in the comments, the first comment on this is, why should they get special treatment on their property taxes? Don't like it? Move. So, the internet's behind them.
Yeah, good on you, internet. Good on you, internet.
But yeah, no,
I mean, technically, what would be the IRS? They're in the right. Like the property value went up, so they have to pay more.
Yeah, but it's just cement on the ground. It's just cement on the ground. I
mean, if you look at the videos and shit, it is quite a lot of work that has been done, and I don't think they would take it on the value of the property. They would have taken it on the cost of getting that shit installed. So it's like, okay, we got $60,000 worth of work done on the house, so the value of the house is now $60,000 more than it was last week.
The same thing happened to my older brother, right? His wife passed away, and he was left with an infant child. And the whole community gathered around, and they basically, because he was in the middle of, renovating his backyard and all that sort of shit. And over the course of 2 days, the entire community of where I'm from in Australia, I'm not going to fucking say it, obviously, got together and just sort of did it. They just renovated the place. They fixed it up, and it was brand spanking new. And now my little nephew has a place to play when he gets a little older, because he's only just walking now. And he never got hit with anything like that, like nothing at all, right? So I sure as fuck hope that doesn't happen to him. That would be the worst thing ever. Like, charity goes one way. Like, it's kind of like, can you imagine going onto a game show, right, and winning like $1 million. You win like $1 million, and then it's just like, welcome to the 1%, where it's
pay your taxes.
58% tax increase. It's like,
well, if you actually look at this article, the actual tax that they ended up paying extra at the end of the year, it's actually only $700. Like, that's still a big chunk.
I mean, it didn't look like a very nice house, to be fair, starting off, you know.
Only $700? Why the fuck is that? Why does that matter?
Well, it was 25% increase, so.
I went from paying 0 tax to $15,000 worth of tax this year. So
yeah, but I mean, you know, you don't know how much their what their budget is like or anything. Like, and they, you know, to pave their driveway, they had to get the charity to come in and do it. So.
There's the rub. There was a story about Oprah. She gave away a new car, so the audience turns out they're just having a new car jacked up, their insurance, and they had to pay a tax. A lot of the audience turned around and just sold their car. I mean, that's what I would do. Like, I would sell a fucking car too. I'd be like, thanks.
I mean, most people don't really need a new car.
No.
But if someone would be like, hey, do you want a new car? It's like, well, can you just give me the money instead?
I'll take the
20,000
$20,000 large in cash, please. Like, you know. Yeah.
So I've got a couple of Florida Man articles. If we're doing a quick Florida Man.
Let's start with this one.
All right.
Florida man steals sausage, jumps off a bridge to avoid arrest.
I have that one. Damn it.
The question is, did he get away?
Florida man allegedly stole sausage from a grocery store, then jumped off a bridge to avoid being arrested, police said. David Randall Burton, 41, was detained in Fort Welcome Beach after police say he stole $10.38 worth of summer sausage from the Publix. While Bertram was being escorted to a police car, he took off, ran through the neighborhood, across lanes of a highway traffic, and then onto Brooks Bridge. He then jumped off the bridge and onto the ground, approximately 7 to 8 feet below. Okay.
They had to use their tasers twice before he was captured. He was charged with providing a false name.
Tasers probably.
What was that? What was that, Doc? You, Doc.
The use of those 2 tasers probably cost more than the sausage did.
Yeah. I love Florida Man. He's my favorite superhero. He's got insane strength. He's got focus. He's got a determination like no one's business. You got another Florida Man article?
Yeah, I've got one. Okay, so Florida Man. There we go. Okay, so Florida man stole car with 9 baby parrots in the back seat.
Okay.
Apparently, the driver left the car running and unlocked with 9 baby parrots in the back seat while he was inside. Customer told him someone drove away in his car. And yeah, a video showed the thief sitting on the patio, walking out, and then driving away. Next day, the sheriffs found the car in Lakeland area. 6 of the parrots were recovered, and it's unclear what happened to the other 3. Apparently,
What?
I mean, like, who's just like, why are you just sitting there, and then you're like, oh, someone left their car unlocked. Yeah, let's just jump in it and drive off somewhere. I mean,
you kind of bring it on yourself if you leave the car unlocked and running. Like,
yeah. Oh, and the picture of him is interesting.
All right. So I have one here. I have one.
Okay.
Florida, Miami lawyer's pants erupt in flames during arson trial in
courts. Okay.
A Miami defense lawyer's pants burst into flames Wednesday afternoon as he began his closing arguments in front of a jury in an arson case. Apparently, he'd been flicking a lighter in his pants, right? Just because he was fiddling. And then...
he set himself on fire?
Yeah.
I actually saw someone do that back in high school. He was, like, flicking his lighter in his, like, jacket pocket. And he was sitting in class doing it. And then he went off doing his work or whatever. And then he, like, burst into flames. And apparently, like, a little ember had formed and slowly built up until his, like, the front of his shirt just, like, caught fucking fire.
Did he get burned or is he fine?
Oh, it was like a jacket, so he just like threw it off and he was fine. But it was just like, it was so weird because he hadn't been playing with the lighter for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, just
And
little smolders or
the earth
embers or
slowly
whatever.
burned.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
how about this one? Deputies find 54 Xanax pills in Florida man's anus.
Like in a condom? Like what?
Well, let's find out. Charged him with smuggling antidepressant pills. Josh Fletcher, 34, was being booked for a separate incident on Sunday when 54 pills were found during a set. I mean, it's just like you're being arrested for something else, and they're like. But I mean, if you're being arrested for something else, right? Let's say speeding. Why do they go like, you know what? Let's check his ass and just see what's up there. You know, maybe...
like suspicious intent.
What was he
right?
being arrested for?
It says separate incident.
Separate incident.
Well, I know that before they can put them into like holding, they have to do a full
Cavity.
check to make sure they're not smuggling anything in. So maybe he was like, yeah, it doesn't really say what it was for.
Bet he was pretty relaxed during the
Still,
whole
I mean,
procedure.
it totally makes sense, you know. Just
I mean,
Oh,
let's assume that maybe, just maybe, he thought that they were something else.
yeah.
Like maybe Florida man, he's not so intelligent. He's focused though, so maybe someone told him they were something a little more, you know.
I mean, it's very possible that he
non-family
thought
friendly.
they were actually like properly illegal or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so
well, I mean, he was charged with smuggling antidepressants. They obviously they're restricted.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's smuggling them because they're up his anus.
Then again, if you're smuggling like fucking Tic Tacs, they'd probably still be like, "Why are you smuggling these? You're going to jail now because you shouldn't be smuggling them."
Yeah, there's a
Doesn't matter
tax on Tic Tacs. You brought 300 of them up your anus. Gotta get those gotta get that minty freshness. Okay,
Wait, sorry,
let's get one more Florida Man article in here and then let's call it a show, yeah?
I'm trying to figure out what this article's about.
It's Florida Man articles. They're normally
No,
about
yeah.
nothing. So like,
No, it's just like Florida man uses his right to remain silent until he saw his truck, and it's like one of the guys who was arrested for this pickup truck that got flipped over. He's asked, "Is that my truck? I don't even remember that happening. I am so messed up." It doesn't sound like yeah.
If someone just flipped their truck, I'd probably excuse them for being a little bit confused.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think they're arrested for a DUI, and then he was like, "Man, I'm so drunk, I can't even remember flipping my car."
Florida Man has to be rescued from a garbage truck after falling asleep in a dumpster. Good
Okay.
stuff.
That would be a fucking horrible way to go because they usually like.
They
pack
normally
that
like
shit.
pack that shit. Yeah, like
Yeah.
fucking Florida Man. Good on you, son. Keep
Can
up
I-
the good work. Keep our streets safe, Florida Man.
I would also
Or
very
dirty.
quickly. I would also very quickly like to give a recommendation slash shout out for everyone watching. If you have the chance and you have nothing to do, go onto YouTube and search Gypsy Callouts. It is fucking hilarious.
Do I even want to know?
Yeah, no, it used to be a thing, apparently.
Oh, is this YouTube guy?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
No. This is basically like it used to be a thing where gypsies would like send their friends around to someone they have a beef with, and they'd like call them out to fight. But what they do now in this era of internet and technology is they post a YouTube video calling someone out, and it is fucking brilliant. You can barely ever understand what they're saying, and I honestly can't do it justice. Like I'd love to be able to put a little bit up for people on video. Just search Gypsy Callouts on YouTube and watch a couple of them. Just the first ones, it'll be fine. It is fucking hilarious.
All right. Well, I'm all out of shit to talk about. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I feel like
save some stuff for next time.
Yeah, the world is a shitty place,
and we want to profit on.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back. I don't know. We don't know. This might be a bi-weekly show or something like that. It really depends. Like, we'll build up some news, and if we feel like there's enough shit worth talking about, we're gonna go. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll probably be back. I reckon 2 weeks. I reckon.
I'd say probably let's do another one in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll do one in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. It's,
All right, guys. Peace.